Hi, we're Stu and Laura, and while it may not look like it from our clothing choices, we spent last summer in Scotland on our 36-foot sailboat Delfino. As we approached the end of August and the weather started to turn, we began to wonder whether we'd stayed too far north for too long. We'd had a great time on the Outer Hebrides, but we'd left ourselves with a lot of ground to cover in a very short space of time, so we had to start heading south quickly. But we couldn't resist squeezing in one more castle, distillery and scenic log first. Oh, and I hope you like dolphins, because there's a lot of them in this week's episode.
We are sailing across to Gairloch today, which is very exciting because it's where we're meeting some friends later on this week. So we'll have a couple of days of laptop time and then a couple of days of exploring and socialising, which should be good. We've just left Stornoway, which you might be able to see behind us, and we've put the sails up. We've got sort of 16 to 22 knots of wind, depending on like when the gust comes. Sometimes it drops down a bit. So we've got 2 reefs in the main, 1.5 reefs in the Genoa, and we are doing anywhere between 5.5 and 7 knots, depending on the gusts.
And the wind just died off to 10 knots. Classic.
I jinxed us.
I think it's just going to be gusty today, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the boat seems quite happy. We, touchwood, have jiggled the VHF antenna enough when I went up the mast that it seems to be working.
I'm not sure if we told them about the VHF.
So as we were coming into Stornoway, the VHF didn't seem to be working very well at all. But I went up and gave it a bit of a jiggle, and now it seems to be working.
Yeah. I swear that boat is fishing right there.
It's certainly not moving very quickly, is it?
Yeah. Anyway, we need to just keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty exciting sail. Feeling shit. What's happened, Laura?
I've been sick. First time being sick on Delfino.
But it's interesting, you seem like you feel way better.
I do feel way better. The lawn sausage was not sitting well in my stomach.
No. Big
I will
ol'.
safely say I will never eat lawn sausage ever again. That was horrible.
It looked as cuboid as it went in.
Yeah. No.
How can meat have such 90-degree angles?
Okay, I need to stop.
Alright, okay, I'm sorry.
The rest of the sail was thankfully less bumpy, and we were treated to a very close-up view of some gannets feeding. We'd stayed in Gairloch before on land and loved it, and I'd said for years that I wanted to come back. Arriving back there on our own boats proved more emotional than I was expecting.
Not putting me crying up, isn't it?
Oh, these are the ups and downs.
Yeah.
We made it.
We did.
Yeah, I think that is it there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Funny that that's what has made you emotional. Why? Because we've been there before? Or?
Yeah. I just remember being at this campsite and being like, whoa, this is the most beautiful place in the world.
Yeah, I know.
And now I'm like, it's alright.
I mean, it's pretty beautiful. I don't know if you've seen the views of Skye.
It is pretty cool.
It's definitely up there with some of the views we've had. But yeah, just goes to show you, like, I'm familiar now with the place, and I guess it's the memories of that trip where this place felt very remote.
Yeah.
That's like, it's that strange contrast. I guess it's because it's like a symbol that we've done it. We've had our summer of cruising.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have a little bit left, but feels like that chapter's drawing to a close.
Because we're entering the final chapter, but also it's a realisation that the world isn't as big as you think it is.
Yeah.
That like
Yeah.
this random campsite that we happened to go to in 2017, we're now back next to on our own boat.
Yeah. Even though
Having
it,
just sailed back from the Antipodes.
even though it only travels at like walking pace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I definitely think that doing stuff like this makes the Earth feel both like smaller and larger
Yeah.
in different ways.
Because like really we haven't been outside land much at all
Yeah.
since we untied the lines. Like
Yeah.
on the Irish Sea there was maybe like 24 hours where we couldn't see land, but
Yeah. Well, should be fun.
We made it onto the pontoon in Gairloch and waited for our friends to arrive. The weather unfortunately didn't cooperate and was so terrible that there was nothing else for it than to drive to the nearest whisky distillery, followed by a tour of a castle.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer.
The next day the weather
every
improved enough for us to head over to Rona, an island 17 nautical miles away from Gairloch. On the way out, we noticed a lot of splashing nearby, but couldn't work out what it was. When watching this footage back, we realised that we were seeing orcas. We'd been joking about wanting to see whales, but we knew that chances were slim and we didn't really expect to find any, so we felt super lucky to come across them.
7 years now on this boat, and we all know where we belong. Just wait. Wait for our home to show on the horizon. Soon we'll be there. Hold on tight.
We made it to Rona and picked up a mooring ball for the night.
In front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting.
The next morning, we headed ashore to see the sights. We walked to a chapel in a cave, which was oddly creepy, but maybe had some traces of friends who'd come before us. We climbed the tallest hill on the island, and bought some venison from the caretakers. And before we got back on the boat, we picked some heather to display on our bow as we headed south, which is supposed to be good luck. And maybe the heather did work, because on our way back to the mainland, what we think was a golden eagle flew right over us, and we were joined by the largest pod of dolphins we'd seen yet.
Whoa! Oh my god. Oh, amazing. Thank you, dolphins. There's like, it's just, there's no question. They're playing with the boat, you know? It's so cool when they like play with each other. Oh yeah.
Every time we thought they were getting bored of us, more joined and the group around the boat got bigger and bigger. But then things took a bit of a turn.
Up.
we're in the doghouse.
Many hours later. Dolphins are still here.
Finally, the dolphins did get bored of us, just as we made it back into Loch Gairloch.
Just motoring out of Gairloch. Been here for about a week or so. Going pretty far, hoping to make it through the Kyle of Loch Alsh and the famous Kyle Rail, where the knot speeds of the tidal currents run up to like 8 knots. Not quite enough wind to sail 10 knots on the beam, so we're motor sailing full main. Hopefully we'll have enough to sail later.
It's a typical Scottish sailing outfit, complete with gaffer tape and a hat.
It's cold, okay? Oh, I'm seeing some white horses. Maybe we can sail. I don't think we can sail. So, we're going south.
We are going south.
That's basically the plan.
Yeah, so we left Gairloch at about lunchtime. It is now almost 5 o'clock. It is 5 o'clock. We have been motor sailing for most of the day and we've just turned the engine off. So we've finally got about enough winds to sail. And yeah, it feels weird going south. Well, it feels weird but also exciting.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm like super excited, to be honest.
I think I'm a bit more sad to leave Scotland than you are.
Yeah, I mean, I've had an amazing time here, but I'm just ready for warmer waters. I'm a summer baby at heart. You know?
It's been beautiful. We've really enjoyed it,
Yeah.
but it's also been super extreme and at times quite cold and uncomfortable.
I mean, extreme for us.
Yeah, I mean it's August. It's just been the August bank holiday weekend, and we're both wearing like full foul weather gear.
I've got like a jumper.
I've got a jumper on under here as well, and like a roll neck. Even though it's super sunny, so on days where it hasn't been sunny, it has been really a bit chilly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to vegetables. That's one thing I'm looking forward to. Like, there just hasn't been that many vegetables up here.
Yeah, none of the tomatoes are different grades. Oh, pause.
It's been classic. The scenery has been beautiful,
Yeah.
and the seas have been so alive.
We've seen killer whales.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
The wildlife and the scenery is what we came here for, and it's been amazing.
it has been.
But we are now ready for some different food and some warmer water.
And the seafood's been pretty special too. I mean, unsurprisingly, like the salmon and the mackerel. Yeah, the seafood has been awesome.
I'm almost like, should we go back and buy a spell on some
More mussels. But for now, we're doing 4.5 knots, just the main out, prevented. 10 knots behind us. If anything, trying to slow down a bit before the Skye Bridge.
Yeah.
It's so
Another thing we've noticed is that the seasons definitely feel like they're starting to change up here, which, given it's only the end of August, does feel a little bit soon, and we don't really feel like we've had a summer yet, but apparently it's starting to be autumn. So the guillemots are starting to go white, which they do for the winter, and any deciduous trees are actually starting to go a little bit yellow. So yeah, definitely time for us to be heading south.
It's August, buddies. You should be black.
I have no idea what the little flappy fruit.
I feel like you should be wearing a life jacket.
There's no reef in the main.
I don't think the rock rules were designed to cover filming off the back.
You're ruining my shot, Laura.
Look at that. Another one of our masts in there.
Yeah. It didn't look like it from below.
This is the Skye Bridge, which, as you might be able to guess from the name, connects the island of Skye to the mainland. It also marks the start of the narrow passage around the island of Skye from Kyle Akin to Kyle Raya. As the water gets squeezed into the narrows, it creates strong currents, so we timed our arrival carefully to have the tide with us on our way through.
Morning.
On our second day of sailing south, we sailed for 30 nautical miles from Sanna to Sanna on the tip of Ardnamurchan Point, the most westerly point of the mainland British Isles.
It's all out, yeah?
Yeah, all out now.
Lovely broad reach for the day.
Oh, they've seen us. Oh, we are in the splash zone this morning.
Yeah. Wow. That's so cool. Why do they love doing it so much?
There's a couple of them have just left. Like 3 or 4 of them have left, but there's still so many more.
In groups up to like 40 or something. Whoa, it's trying to splash me. Hey. Whoa. Yeah. Amazing. It's just so mind-blowing.
They're not riding up our waves as much as they were.
No, they seem to be just hanging out behind. Ew. Amazing.
Yeah.
Look at this. Did it just get you?
How to tell you've been in Scotland too long is we're both sitting here being like, oh, what's the wind going to do while there's dolphins all around us? Being like, pay attention to us.
I'm wondering whether I should call somebody.
She's like,
Maybe I should read a book. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Dolphins like, pay attention!
Why aren't you watching us?
Why is nobody at the bow being like, whoa, dolphins?
Oh, this is probably the wash from the ferry.
Oh yeah, it probably is, and dolphins are loving it.
Yeah, the dolphins are loving it.
Whee!
Whee! all right, I guess we'll pay attention to you. Truly magical. Just the amount of wildlife up here is just mind-blowing. I've sailed quite a lot and I've just never seen this many dolphins hanging out with a boat for this long. It's just nuts.
Just about to arrive into Sanna. It's ended up being a lovely old sail, eh?
Yeah, that's pretty
Get my finger out of shot.
My life is constantly editing your fingers out of shots.
So they're very fat, okay? Yeah, like, it's funny, I was saying earlier, we managed to do both of the kind of anchorages that I had in my head when we were planning the trip up here.
Yeah.
One on Skye and this one on the end of Ardnamurchan Point. Ardnamurchan Point. It's okay, I'm American, I'm allowed to butcher things.
We've also not got you in shot.
Oh no.
Would you like to redo this clip so that I've actually got some usable footage?
I like it. No, I think the what's it called? Okay, all right. I had like two in my mind. It'd be like, oh man, it'd be awesome if we could do these two. One was the one in Skye. One was the one in Skye, and one is this one, and it looks awesome.
Yeah, it does look really cool. Lots of sandy beaches.
Yeah.
And we've had a really nice sail down. We didn't think that we'd have enough wind to sail, but actually we've been sailing for the past, 3-4 hours?
Something like that, yeah. 5 knots, speed over ground.
Yeah, we thought we'd been motoring all day and we were worried about running out of fuel actually because we haven't fueled up in a month.
A month and a bit.
But yeah, it's been a lovely sail. 60 degrees to the wind with like anywhere between 10 and 18 knots of wind gusting variously.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, my arm is killing me. Alright,
Bye.
We gotta go. Bye. Happy?
Yeah. Good spot.
We settled into our anchorage for the night after 2 great days of sailing. We couldn't believe how lucky we'd got with the weather for our sail south. Maybe the heather had actually worked to bring us luck after all. Or at the very least, it certainly seemed like Scotland's dolphins approved of it. Thanks for watching. Join us next time as we continue to sail south, with one last challenge to tackle: the Gulf of Wrekin, home to the world's 3rd largest whirlpool.